did a glowy golden look, and if you want to know how to get this look, then please keep watching.
So I prime my eyelids with a concealer and then blend it out with a beauty sponge, and I set that concealer with the Modern Renaissance palette in that first bare shade Tempera on a Morphe R37 brush. Guys, I'm telling you, if you set your concealer, it makes the blending process much easier. I know most of you guys probably know that by now. And then I go into the Mario palette, also by Anastasia, and I use the shades Lula and Isabel on that exact same brush and blend this all over my crease using windshield wiping motions. Afterwards, you can see I kind of go into circular motions just because I like the way it looks more blended that way. I use a Luxie 237 brush afterwards, and then the shade Violetta, also in the Mario palette, I go ahead and I put this on my outer V and my lower crease. I alternate between that one and then the Morphe R38 brush and the shade Isabel so that I could blend this out as far as I like it blended. You guys could blend as much as you like, as little as you like, it's up to you. My video for some reason cut off the part where I mixed Fifth Avenue and Primavera from the two palettes and put it on my eyelid to give it that golden look I was looking for. I used an e.l.f. concealer brush. You can pretty much use any synthetic flat brush and spray some Fix Plus or some setting spray, some water, anything to kind of make it pop. As you can see here, I also did a wing liner. I'm using the Girlactik eyeliner in black. I went ahead and I used some Ardell wispy lashes, and if you guys haven't tried them, they're the most natural looking lashes. I wasn't trying to go for something big. And then I used a Revlon lash glue in the white bottle. I couldn't find my other lash glue, so I don't know how I feel about it yet. I only tried it once and I didn't really like it. And then I went ahead and used a Benefit Precisely brow pencil. I'm in the shade 3, kind of like a medium toned brown. And then I pretty much just outline my eyebrows. I don't do so much to them just because I don't have like little hair. I kind of have thick eyebrows. So I go ahead and outline them, and then when I see like little bald spots or spots that look lighter, as you can see me here, I just fill that in really quick. And I kind of try to go in my inner brow just to kind of add some little hairs. So I go in like little hair-like motions. I don't go so harsh. And then of course you have to use the spoolie that comes with it and blend everything out. I can tell from the video that one eyebrow looks darker than the other, which kind of bothers me, but it happens to everyone, I can assure that. I kept doing my eyebrows until I thought they were where I wanted them to be, and as soon as I was done with that, I used the Benefit Highbrow, and pretty much just, I like this concealer because it's literally a concealer in a pen, so it helps me clean up my eyebrows much easier. So reason why I did the whole eyebrow and not just my brow bone was for that reason exactly. I then went ahead and used the Urban Decay Naked Concealer, and just using any flat synthetic small detailing brush, I went ahead and just cleaned up the eyebrow on top. I like doing this before my foundation because I don't have such a harsh line afterwards. Going in with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, which is one of my very favorite primers for pores or like areas that kind of look uneven. I went ahead and put it all over my T-zone, basically just my nose, my chin, my forehead, and kind of my upper lip area. I also used this Makeup Revolution color correcting palette. Any color correcting palette will do. I mean, you don't have to do this. This is just personal preference. Something that I feel I don't like, which is just redness on my area. That's why I used the green color. I also believe that I have some of the darkest eye circles ever. So I used the Becca corrector. I used it in the shade Peach. I did go a little too hard and applied way too much. So if you do correct your dark circles, I recommend using way less product because I love how this product, you only have to use a little to make it go a long way. Going in with one of my favorite drugstore foundations, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. It's not super matte, which I don't mind because I have drier skin. If you're looking for something matte, I wouldn't really recommend this because it's not as matte as I imagine matte foundations to be. I'm in the shade 128 and it kind of fit me right on. I'm a little yellow toned, so I really like how it looks. I go ahead and I blend this out with that same Morphe beauty sponge. If you're looking for heavier coverage, I wouldn't recommend using a beauty sponge just because you do have to go in like 2 or 3 times sometimes just to get that heavy coverage that you're looking for. I continue to blend this out down to my ears and my neck and pretty much anywhere that I feel kind of looks different. You don't want to have a harsh line with your foundation. So yeah, I use oil to help me blend out my foundation and to kind of make me look dewier. As I said before, I am on the drier side of the scale, so I love when I look dewy. It really makes me happy. So I go ahead and use oil. That's just personal preference. Using the Urban Decay concealer, I use the shade Light Warm and start concealing the areas that I feel are problematic or areas that I feel like I want to brighten. I recommend using a beauty sponge for this because it's super easy. It makes it look so seamlessly and so beautifully like blended out. I go ahead and I don't know once again why my clip is not showing that I concealed my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and like my chin area afterward. And then I don't know about you guys, but I like setting my concealer. I feel that setting concealer definitely prevents creasing. I'm using this Tarte tapered brush that I got in like a holiday collection, and I'm going in with the RCMA no color powder and set it right before I bake with it, just because when you set and then bake, there's less creasing for sure, and I've noticed that after trying out different ways of stopping creasing. So I go ahead and pretty much bake my forehead, the bridge of my nose, the under eye, and dust that off really quick. I like to leave my under eye a little bit longer so that it locks in very good and the under eye area is more brighter. I also use the Maybelline Fit Me powder foundation. I'm in the shade 220 in this one, and just using an e.l.f. 101 face brush, I'm setting my whole entire face so that it makes my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight go on easier. As I said before, setting everything just makes blending much easier. Going in with that same exact tapered Tarte brush, I remove all the baking and everything, and then I go ahead and use this Rimmel kohl liner in black. Any liner will do. I prefer kohl liners just because I feel that they're darker and easier to blend when you're doing your lower lash line. Here I'm using a BH Cosmetics flat definer brush. It's very similar to the Morphe M432 brush. And going with that dark shade Violetta from the Mario palette, I line this really close to my lash line. And then I go ahead and use the shade Isabella on a Morphe M431 brush and pretty much blend this out almost like what I did on top to kind of make it look seamlessly. I blend until I think that I like it, and as low as you want to take it, go for it. I really like the smoky lash line. I feel like it definitely can make or break a look. I go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara in the shade Black and just go ahead and put some mascara on my lower lashes and then on my upper lashes as well, just because I feel like adding mascara after you put your falsies definitely makes it look more realistic and kind of sticks them together so it doesn't look so harsh. I love the length that it adds to my lower lashes as well. After that, I go ahead and using the Morphe M551 brush and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which smells amazing, pretty much just bronze my whole face, add some warmth to it. Afterwards, one of my tricks that I like to use is if I really do want to go for that carved cheekbone effect, which as you can see right now, I do. I kind of make it go messy or whatever, bronze up my face, and then afterwards, using that same RCMA no color powder and that same exact beauty blender, I carve out my cheekbones and let that bake for a good amount. I'm going in with that e.l.f. 101 face brush to make everything blended out. Just like I said, blending is key, as you can tell. I'm using this IBY Beauty 3's A Company eyeshadow palette. I got it in one of my BoxyCharms, and that lighter like white icy shade, pretty much just using an eyeshadow brush to highlight the brow bone and then the inner corner. I really like putting it on my inner corner because I feel like it widens your eyes, and obviously putting it on your brow bone just adds that dimension that you need to kind of lift your eyebrows. Using that same Tarte brush, I'm going to start to dust off my baking under my cheekbone, and I love how it looks so carved. If you guys are not really into that carved look, you can always go ahead and blend it out. I'm using now the Morphe E4 brush and this Milani blush in Luminoso, putting it on the apples of my cheeks and dragging it up. One of my favorite highlights, well I should say two of my favorite highlights, is the Champagne Pop and the Prosecco Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I'm applying this using a small setting brush from Real Techniques on the high points of my cheekbones, the temples of my eyebrows and my head, and then the bridge of my nose and the chin. I blend it out with that beauty blender, is something I recently found out, and it makes it look less harsh of like a hard highlight. one of these oldie but goodies liquid lipsticks that I'm going in with is the Kylie Cosmetics Candy K. I put this all over my lip, and honestly, that completes this look. If you guys really enjoyed this look or learned anything from this look, I would really appreciate if you liked, subscribed, and comment. This is my first video ever uploading on YouTube, so if you guys have constructive criticism or anything like that, it's very welcomed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.